let me welcome you again to the McKenzie-Merket Alumni Center, which is our home, to this ring ceremony, which has become a major tradition on our campus. We hope that it is an experience that you will long remember. We're celebrating your academic achievement at Texas Tech University. In the East Courtyard, as I'm sure you're aware, there is a replica of the ring, and our photographers will be glad later, if you care to go out there and have a shot made by the ring, they'll be glad to do that. When you look at this ring tonight, hopefully you will recall a lot of pleasant experiences, although I'm very much aware that not every experience you've had here has been pleasant. There have been ups and downs, there always is. I thought I would share this with you in case you have a late communique with your parents or you have to explain something to them. This is a Texas Tech co-ed who wrote a letter to her parents after she'd been here for a couple of months, maybe a month or so. And she starts out this way: "Since I left for college, I've been remiss in writing, and I'm sorry for my thoughtlessness. I will bring you up to date. I'm getting along pretty well now. The skull fracture and the concussion I got when I jumped out the window of my residence hall is pretty well healed. The residence hall caught on fire shortly after my arrival. I only spent 2 weeks in the hospital, and I can almost see normally now, and I only get sick headaches once a day. Fortunately, the fire in the residence hall and my jump was witnessed by an attendant at a local gas station near the residence hall. He was the one who called the fire department and the ambulance. He also visited me in the hospital, and since I had nowhere to live because of the burned out residence hall, he was kind enough to share his apartment with me. It's really a basement room, but it's kind of cute. He is a very fine boy, and we've fallen deeply in love, and we're planning to get married. We haven't set the date yet. It will be before my pregnancy begins to show. Yes, I'm pregnant, and I know how much you're looking forward to being grandparents. And I know you will welcome the baby and give it the same love and tender care and devotion you gave me when I was a child. The reason for the delay in our marriage is that my boyfriend has a minor infection, and which prevents us from passing our premarital blood test. And I've carelessly caught it from him. But I know you'll welcome him into the family with open arms. Now that I brought you up to date, let me tell you, there was no residence hall fire. I don't have a concussion or a skull fracture. I was not in the hospital. I'm not pregnant. I'm not engaged. I'm not infected. There is no boyfriend. However, I'm going to make a D in history and an F in chemistry. Everything is relative. Okay. Like I said, when you look at your ring, we hope that you will recall some very memorable events while you were here. Maybe it's a special professor who caused you to stretch just a little bit further than you thought you could. Some of the events that, like Arbor Day, which was last weekend, the Carol of Lights, Fridays when we play a home football game and you come to campus and Will Rogers is decked out in red. In 1998, the Student Alumni Board, which are the host of this event tonight, they greeted you when you came in. They'll see to your where you're sitting and that type of thing. They conducted a market study to determine if Texas Tech students would embrace a single ring tradition, and the results were positive. And so that group, along with representatives from the Student Government Association, designed the ring that you're going to receive tonight. And that ring will be described to you in detail as we go through the ceremony. You have to have 75 hours to earn the right to wear the ring. When you receive the ring, we recommend that you put it on with the double T facing inward. On graduation day, you'll be invited to turn the ring around where the double T faces outward, symbolic of the fact that you are a graduate of Texas Tech University. when you registered this evening for this event, you automatically received a one-year membership in the Alumni Association. Dr. Opperman, who's our interim president, following Dr. Nellis's lead, is awarding every graduating senior with another one-year membership. So for most of you, when you purchase a ring, that means you'll be a member of the Alumni Association for 2 years. We hope that that membership will be meaningful for you, that you'll take advantage of the different opportunities that that presents. Most of all, we hope that you will support Texas Tech when you graduate, and there's so many ways you can do that other than financial. Financial helps, but there are many other ways that you can do that. Get connected in the city or the town where you're relocated, find the representative of the Alumni Association, get involved in the activities, support Texas Tech, just by putting in a good word, going to a college night, talking to prospective students. There's a lot of ways you can do this, and obviously we hope after those 2 years you will want to be a permanent member of our Alumni Association. And you also, we hope, will want to be still connected to the college that you graduated from. There are a long list of benefits that 30,000 other Red Raiders are taking advantage of, and we hope you'll do the same. Let me introduce to you the participants in tonight's program. We're delighted to have Interim President Dr. John Opperman with us. He will present you with your ring as you come across the stage after your name is called. I've been asked, please bring your name tag with you to the receiving table so they can quickly identify you and get your ring. We ask you to hold the ring in the box until all have received a ring. Chris Sneed, who is the Associate Vice President of the Alumni Association, will call your name as you come across the stage. Dr. Alyssa Wong, who is an Associate Dean and Associate Professor in the Honors College, will then kind of take you on a tour of this ring and explain some of the features of it to you. The Texas Tech Federal Credit Union is one of the official sponsors of this event, and they will present you with a replica class ring paperweight courtesy of the Federal Credit Union as you exit the stage. And Emily Rios, who is a member of the Student Alumni Board, will direct you over there. You'll also be asked to sign a roll book, which every student who's received a ring has signed. This is Tatum Ryan. He's a saddle tramp. He has a specific job that will be explained as the program unfolds. Let me also introduce our marketing staff. Most of them, I think, are to my left. Mandy Wiley is the Director of Affinity Merchandise. Brent Ross is an Associate Vice President for Marketing and Communications. Laura Bixler is Director of Membership. Christina Butler is Director of Multimedia and Communications. Madison Perkins is an Assistant Director of Membership. She's here somewhere. Thad Brock is the President of the Student Alumni Board. And a very important person, I'm not sure where he is. Tim Shore, where are you? Hold up your hand. Tim Shore is a Texas Tech alum, but more importantly, he is the representative of the Balfour Company, the company that made your ring. And so he will be here at the end of this ceremony tonight. If you have any question, any concern, we want you to be 100% satisfied with this ring, and Tim will make sure that that happens. So he's a very important part of our program. Grad Images will take pictures of you receiving the ring, and certainly will be available to take pictures after the ceremony is over with. Photographers will be located in the lounge and outside by the class ring sculpture on the side. Let me introduce to you for a few remarks Dr. Opperman, who served as Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs for the Texas Tech University system since June. Prior to that, he was Vice Chancellor for Policy and Planning for the system since 2002. From 1996 to 1999, he was Vice Chancellor of Administration and Finance and Chief Financial Officer for our system. He definitely has a Texas Tech background. In those roles, he served under 4 Texas Tech chancellors: John Monford, Dr. David Smith, Ken Hance, and currently Robert Duncan. He has served as Director of Budget, Policy, and Planning for Governor Rick Perry, also a Special Advisor to the Lieutenant Governor on Public and Higher Education Policy and the state budget. Dr. Opperman and current Chancellor Robert Duncan once worked together as aides in the then Senator John Monford's office in Austin. And of course, Monford became our first chancellor. He received his bachelor's degree from Texas Tech, his master's degree, and his PhD from the University of Texas in Austin. Okay, Dr. Opperman.
Thank you, Bill, and thank all of you for being here. It's great to see this kind of support from friends and family for the ring ceremony, a ceremony that the Alumni Association brought back after a few years of a hiatus back in the 80s and 90s. So, thanks to the association for doing that. I noticed this morning that the price of gold spiked a little bit, and nobody was able to explain what it is, but the amount of gold walking out of the doors tonight will explain why the price has gone up all of a sudden. The ring, first of all, congratulations to all those you receiving rings tonight for the accomplishments that you've made to get you here. And for those of you that are paying for the rings back there, thank you as well. The ring symbolizes many things, and Dr. Wong will walk through that with you here in a little bit. There is one part of the ring, though, that I did want to focus on a little bit, just as a quick message. The inscription on the ring is "Strive for Honor," which all of you Red Raiders would know comes from our Matador song. It's an interesting phrase in that there's a number of ways that could have been phrased. It could have been live with honor, compete with honor, since a lot of the song is about competition. But it's strive for honor, and it's an appropriate use of the words because honor is not something that comes easily. It is something that you have to strive for. And as you leave Texas Tech and go through life, you're going to be faced with many challenges with work and family and community, where these decisions will come up, where striving for honor is going to be an option. At Texas Tech, we strive to make the educational experience here help prepare you for those challenges, building upon what you learned from your parents and mentors before you got here. So as you go forward tonight, the message that I would like to leave for you, as you wear that ring and you're faced with those challenges, remember that inscription. There will be times when you will fail. Striving for honor is not an easy thing, and we all fail in striving at one time or another. But the important thing is that in the effort, the world will be a better place for it. And that's what we want for you as you leave here, and God knows that the world needs such people. So thank you again for being here. Congratulations on your accomplishments, and wear your ring proudly, and remember always, strive for honor evermore. Let's the ceremony begin. Thank you.
How's everyone doing tonight? All right. Mandy, you ready? Mr. President, are you ready? Students, are you ready? Parents, are you ready? Then let's begin. Amanda Acevedo, Lubbock, Texas. Jesse Aguayo, Fort Worth. Robert Aguirre, San Antonio. Samuel Angel, San Salvador, El Salvador. That was Neil Arnold of Lubbock, Texas. Correction. That's Neil Arnold of Lubbock, Texas. Diana Aranda, Austin. Neil Arnold, Lubbock. Alex Marie Baez, Newport Richey, Florida. Anna Baez, San Antonio. Maribel Bañuelos, La Mesa. Colin Baxter, Alba. Shayla Basinger, Farmington, New Mexico. Lauren Behrman, Ovila, Texas. David Bracey, Allen. Serena Brewster, Lubbock. Brandon Bussell, Cedar Park. Pamela Cano, Houston. Vanessa Carranza, Abilene. William Carter, San Antonio. Brandy Corpier, Clifton. Patrick Cazares, Humboldt. Marisa Cedron, Decatur. Mariah Chavarria, Plano. George Chavez, Stafford. Brenna Kaufman, Baird. Rihanna Contreras, The Woodlands. Derek Corral, El Paso. Cesar Costilla, Muleshoe. Christopher Covarubio, Lubbock. Colin Caldry, Decatur. Kayla Crowley, McKinney. Addison Cundiff, Austin. Carrie Cunningham, Fairview. Tashika Curley, Paris. Isaiah Davis, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Paulina De Los Santos, San Antonio. Maria De Filippi, Kyle. Blake Dehart, San Antonio. Mark Dibb, Buda. Sean Dillon, McKinney. Morgan Dobbs, Rancho Cucamonga, California. Dallas Dunn, Fort Worth. Elise Dykus, Burleson. Brandy Irwin, Paradise. Courtney Estrada, El Paso. Shelby Ezel, Sweetwater. Jarrett Faust, Portales, New Mexico. Catherine Fair, Lubbock. Esperanza Flota, Odessa. Victoria Ford, Dallas. Bray Faust, Amarillo. Whitney Frazier, Abilene. Brianna Freeman, Flower Mound. Cassandra Fulgham, Katy. Luis Galbaldan, Midland. Nicholas Gallagher, Rockwall. Persia Gamblis, Lubbock. Alyssa Garcia, San Antonio. Jeremy Garcia, Alvin. Kiana Gaston, Houston. Britton Gentry, Amarillo. Allison Gallard, Weatherford. Taylor Gilroy, Corpus Christi. Sarah Gomez, Coppell. Lisa Gonciorek, Fort Worth. Christina Gonzalez, Arlington. Jordan Goodman, Buda. Joshua Gutierrez, Lovington, New Mexico. Emily Hardy, Scurry. Brody Hargrove, Spearman. Elizabeth Hash, Ovila. Gregory Havacost, San Antonio. Aisha Heckel, Fair Oaks Ranch. Brenda Hernandez, Sugarland. Brittany Hohenschel, Arlington. Marissa Hohensee, San Antonio. Caitlin Hopper, Richmond. John Hutty, Dallas. Rakshak Iyengar, Plano. Hector Jimenez, Eagle Pass. Austin Jordan, Friendswood. Harris Jorgensen, Rockwall. Chase Young, Austin. Martin Kanje, Eden Prairie, Minnesota. Brandon Casper, Killeen. Casey King, Odessa. Michael Labar, Irving. Juan Labra, Arlington. James Liggett, Keller. Logan Long, Weatherford. Delicia Lopez, Lubbock. Mariah Maple, Sherman. Sarah Marnick, McKinney. Travis Martin, Houston. Flor Martinez, Mullen. Ruben Martinez, Round Rock. Selena Martinez, Odessa. Frank Muscola, Katy. Marilyn Matthew, Austin. Kylie Matthews, Rowlett. Lillian Matthews, Lubbock. Connor McBride, Paradise. Sean McCrossan, Dallas. Rachel McClellan, Tijeras, New Mexico. Isabella Mendoza, Killeen. Logan Mitchell, Monahans. Joshua Moulter, Snyder. Natalie Montano, Arlington, Virginia. Lee Montez, Cedar Park. Oliver Morales, Bryan. Danielle Morris, Mansfield. Joshua Moss, Del Rio. Carl Myers, Houston. Amber Nava, Hereford. Ryan Newman, Spring. Kylie Newman, Rowlett. Brianna Ortiz, Odessa. Olivia Oswalt, Crandall. Rachel Owen, Austin. Caitlin Pace, The Woodlands. Veronica Palomo, San Antonio. Paolo Panganilan, Houston. Shannon Paneska, Katy. Catherine Perkins, Harlingen. Brant Phillips, Plano. Jonathan Pickens, Farmersville. Reagan Piskey, Houston. James Pitcox, Seminole. Tanner Pletcher, Canyon. Charles Pullman, Spring. Samantha Price, Grand Prairie. Chase Proctor, Mesquite. Leslie Ramirez, Hereford. Christopher Reitmeyer, Galveston. Joshua Reyes, Lovington, New Mexico. Joseph Rodriguez, Idalou. Megan Rodriguez, San Antonio. Josie Rogers, Baytown. Wendy Rosales, Midland. Jacqueline Salazar, Childress. Margarita Salgado, Wellman. Brianna Sanchez, Lubbock. Kendall Sawyer, Brownwood. Luke Schuster, Palatine, Illinois. Helen Scott, Houston. Edgar Silva, Amarillo. Aaron Sims, Lorena. Catherine Smith, Richardson. Rachel Smith, Lubbock. McKenzie-Smithy, Amarillo. Haley Smoot, Angleton. Jenny Summers, South Bend, Indiana. Caitlin Souter, Lubbock. Daniel Stevens, Rosharon. Stacy Stevenson, Lubbock. Emily Street, Temple. Justin Suddeth, Palestine. Evan Swazer, Grand Prairie. Rebecca Tan, Sugarland. Austin Taylor, Missouri City. Stephen Taylor, Waco. Kirsten Tervier, Carrollton. Jeffrey Thomas, Spearman. Matthew Tishner, Slidell, Louisiana. Chrissy Torres, Denver City. Alexandra Trevino, Lubbock. Amanda Tyler, Quanah. Mariah Villarreal, Kansas City's, Carn City. Mallory Villegas, New Deal. Dalton Watchell, Fort Worth. Cameron Waits, Austin. Peyton Waldrop, New Braunfels. Patricia Walker, Plano. Samantha Wallace, Leander. Rachel Watley, Houston. Terrell Wilhelm, Cedar Park. Portia Williams, Houston. She's our best friend too. Blake Wood, New Braunfels. Kenneth Yoakum, Splendora. Marigles Zaruba, Sugarland. Marley Ingham, Colorado Springs, Colorado. Cody Leak, Lubbock. Did we miss anyone? Speak now. Okay, congratulations, guys.
Congratulations to you all. My name is Lisa Wong. I'm the Associate Dean of the Honors College, and I see several of my students here, which makes this an extreme pleasure for me tonight. It is my delight to welcome you to the official ring ceremony of Texas Tech University. The official class ring symbolizes significant achievement in your academic career at Texas Tech, and I want to congratulate each and every single one of you on this accomplishment. At this time, please open your boxes. I didn't say take out the rings, just open your boxes. Okay. I want you to take a look at what's inside. I want you to hold it in your hand, and I want you to really think back to your first year at Texas Tech, when you were afraid you wouldn't wake up in time for your classes because your mom wasn't there to be your second alarm clock. I want you to think back at how you asked yourself how the heck you were gonna get from the Rawls to media and communications within 10 minutes. If you could actually hang off the back of the bus, right, and ride your skateboard all the way across campus, right? The first time you took an exam here, the first time you met your faculty members, the first time you met professors who loved you, nurtured you, tortured you, terrified you, but ultimately helped you to figure out who you are and what you want to be when you grow up. I want you to think about the second year that you were here, when you realized that although home will always be home, coming back to Lubbock, coming back to Texas Tech also felt like its own homecoming. And I want you to think about the process that you went through over these many years in order to develop this relationship with your alma mater, with your university, with your home. Now take out your rings. I didn't say put them on. Take out your rings, and I want you to just kind of hold the ring, the weight of the ring in your hand. I want you to feel the weight of the ring. That's the depth and profundity of your educational experience here. It is every lab, it is every essay, it is every word, it is every multiple choice, it is every oral exam, it is every time you were late to class. It is every single moment that you spent here learning your craft. I want you to feel its substance. That is the responsibility that you now all have to give back to your community, to give back to this university. Bill Dean can thank me later for that one. And to give back to this global society that we live in. I also want you to just take a close look at your ring and look at how it glows in your hand. That's the brilliance that you now all hold. That is the brilliance that you carry with you as you continue your educational journey, as you graduate, because you have honed, you have polished your talents over these past few years. Don't put it on yet. What I'd like to do now is to take you on a tour of the iconic symbols represented on your ring by leading you on an imaginary journey through campus and your time here at Texas Tech. Those of you who have rings can follow along by turning your ring to examine the different facets of your ring. Those of you who paid for the ring can follow along on your nifty program. And there are illustrations inside your program. Think back to the first time you heard about Texas Tech University. Perhaps it was from a parent or a relative who attended Texas Tech. Maybe it was on TV while watching a sporting event. Maybe it was at a Raider Roadshow where you heard the mariachi band for the very first time. Maybe it was the first time you heard Emeritus Chancellor Kent Hans say, "I love Texas Tech." I still miss him doing that at commencement. Or perhaps it was when you began looking at colleges and browsing through college catalogs. You probably looked at dozens of universities, but one stood out. The one with the scarlet and black, the one with the double T. Look with me now at the top of your ring. Whether you have a traditional ring or a signet ring, the iconic double T sits prominently on top. There is no other symbol more associated with Texas Tech than the double T. Although no one has ever claimed credit for the design, historic documents date the appearance to 1926 when it showed up on some sweaters made for the football team. The double T represents the foundation of our university as Texas Technological College, as well as the university we have grown to become. Inscribed around the raised double T is our official name, Texas Tech University, with 2 separate stars and the date of its founding, 1923. It was then that the Texas legislature decided that rather than a branch of Texas A&M University, an entirely new university would better serve the needs of the West Texas region. On February 10th, 1923, Texas Governor Pat Neff signed the legislation creating a Texas Technological College, and in July of that year, a committee began searching for a location for that school. When the members of that committee visited Lubbock, they were overwhelmed to find residents lining the streets to show support for the idea of hosting the institution. That August, Lubbock was chosen on the first ballot over other area towns, including Floydada, Plainview, and Sweetwater. Turn your rings to the left, and our journey around campus begins. Picture yourself now standing at the Broadway entrance to campus. Directly in front of you sits the large granite university seal designed in 1924 by campus master planner William Ward Watkin, the same seal that you find engraved on your ring. This seal first appeared on Texas Tech diplomas in 1948, but was not officially approved as the seal of Texas Tech University until 1953. Hold the ring up close. President Horn, who was truly a visionary when it came to our foundation in early years, selected 5 symbols inside the seal that he believed were the 5 great institutions of a democracy. In the upper left quadrant on the shield is a book representing church. In the lower left quadrant is a key symbolizing home. In the upper right quadrant is the star, the symbol for the state. And the lower right quadrant is the lamp of learning representing school. These elements are separated by 10 cotton balls representing industry, as well as Lubbock and its surrounding 9 cotton-producing counties. Sitting atop is an American eagle, our national bird. The shield is surrounded by the inscription, Texas Tech University, Lubbock. Walk with me now down Amon G. Carter Plaza, past the fountains, past where the Christmas tree sits during the Carol of Lights, past the statue of Will Rogers and soapsuds wrapped in red on game days, and into the center of campus to Memorial Circle. As you turn your rings to the right, imagine physically turning right to look north down the engineering key. In the distance, you see Jones AT&T Stadium. I want you to think back with me now. Think back to the first time you went to a Texas Tech football game. Remember the first time you saw the masked rider lead the team onto the field? Do you remember the first time you saw Cliff Kingsbury? Doesn't matter how many times you see that or him, it is still one of the most dramatic entries for college football. On the right side of your ring, you will see an image of our masked rider. That symbol is no stranger to you, but perhaps you aren't aware of its history. In 1936, the same year Arch Lamb founded the Saddle Tramps as a male spirit organization, a ghost rider appeared at the beginning of a home football game with the Arizona State Lumberjacks. Resplendent in a scarlet and black cape and mask, this rider circled at the field at the start of the game on a palomino and then galloped off to the amazement of the crowd. It wasn't until 1954, in Tech's appearance in the Gator Bowl, that Joe Kirk Fulton, with red cape and mask, rode a black horse into the Gator Bowl stadium to the utter astonishment of the crowd. The football team was evidently inspired by this masked rider because Tech went on to pummel Auburn 35-13. And so the tradition was fixed. To this day, Texas Tech retains the scarlet and black caped masked rider on a black horse. Using your imagination now, turn with me to face the administration building. It is one of the most iconic buildings on Texas Tech University campus, and it's one of the first structures built on campus more than 9 decades ago. The building was architecturally designed in the Spanish Renaissance style with ornate carvings, archways, and its Spanish tiled roof. One of the main features of this building is its twin bell towers. The one on the west that houses the carillon bells that you hear ringing out musical melodies, and the one on the east that houses the 2 victory bells. If you look behind the masked rider on your ring, you will see the engraving of the East Bell Tower. The victory bells, which together weigh 1,200 pounds, were first rung in 1936 after a win over TCU. In 1936, the bells rang all night long. Lubbock residents did not sleep that night, so now we only ring them for 30 minutes. The Saddle Tramps and High Riders, part of our campus spirit organizations, continue to ring the victory bells after athletic wins and other momentous occasions, such as this evening's ring ceremony. So we have on the stage with us today Saddle Tramp Tatum Ryan, who will now run to the administration building, to the bell tower, and I'm gonna stall for as long as I can, because that's a long way. And he told me he doesn't even have like the golf cart to drive himself over there, right? So he's literally gonna walk himself, run, Tatum, run, to the bell tower, up 107 stairs in order to ring the victory bells for you all tonight. Thank you, Tatum. He's off. Look with me now to the inside of your rings. There you will find the words, "Strive for honor." As Dr. Opperman pointed out, could have been written in many different ways. But strive for honor is a call to action. It is a continuous challenge. It is an everyday effort to earn that dignity, to live by your integrity, to stand by your principles. It is continuous. And because of that, it keeps you a part of Texas Tech University. It keeps you a part of this community. It keeps you engaged in the mission and in the vision of what you have experienced these few years at Texas Tech. Strive for honor is not just a motto. It's not just a credo. It's a revolutionary call that in every moment, in every single facet of your life, that you will think of the decisions that lay ahead of you, and that you will choose, whatever the challenge is in front of you, to strive for honor. Below that, you will find your personalized inscription that is unique only to your ring. This inscription is your identifier. If your ring is ever lost, the honest finder can return it to you by contacting the Alumni Association or the Balfour Company. We get to the bottom of the ring. Very easy here, double T's tied with a decorative band. So now we've taken you on a tour of a geographical and historical tour of your ring, and hopefully it's more meaningful to you now that you know all about its symbols. And when you think about it, your ring really encapsulates Texas Tech and will forever serve to remind you about what being a Red Raider means. It's also, of course, a sign to others of your academic accomplishment and the pride you have in your alma mater. As you travel around Lubbock, across the state, the country, around the world, your ring will serve as a symbol of honor as you bear our banners far and wide. Now hold that ring out. Take one last look at it. Feel the weight of it. It has meaning. It has significance. It is a profound symbol of what you mean to this Texas Tech community and how you will continue to always be engaged members of this family. Put the rings on. Remember, the double T will face you until graduation day, when President Opperman will ask you to turn your rings so the double T faces outward. Feel that weight on your finger? Don't take it off. Congratulations.